Hi, I'm Peter Rose, founder of Longwood Currency Trading. It's a great morning, latter part of April of 2023, and I was having a conversation with someone the other day, a while ago, and we were talking about trading currencies. And the person was saying stuff to indicate to me that they really didn't understand what the currency market was, and that they were applying the kind of information that they had about the stock market, for example, into the currency market, and that stuff is not mappable. I mean, indicators and stuff may work to a certain degree for entry analysis, for example, in stocks or something, but they're not applicable for the currencies. There's reasons for that. But we got discussing a little bit more, and I said, you can't trade currencies. And he went, what? And I went, yeah, you don't trade currencies, you speculate in currencies. And it doesn't really make any difference whether you're a day trader or you're a swing or you're a position trader. Doesn't make any difference. You're not trading currencies, you're speculating in them. And you didn't really get the nuance of that. And I just thought I would bring it up. I've been fooling around in the financial market since the mid-1970s, and so I've seen this progression of through stocks and options and commodities, and now I'm looking at currencies since 2007. But you're not really able to trade currencies because nothing exists. If you're in the stock market, you can trade stocks. If you buy a stock, you can actually take possession of a stock certificate. You can have your broker say, send me the stock certificate. I own it. Send it to me. But what are you going to have your broker send you if you trade currencies? What are they going to send you? If you're trading commodities, you can take delivery of a whole train car load of corn if you want. So you can trade that. But what are you trading in currencies? You're not. You're speculating on the differential of price and where that differential of price is going to move, whether it's going to go up or down. You can't take possession of a currency. You could go to the bank and take your dollars and sell them and buy pounds for them, but that's not really trading. I mean, I guess in a way you're trading your dollars for your pounds, but in the FOREX market itself, you're not trading anything. You're speculating against that price movement. And I know the term speculation is pissed upon by all of the professional investors. You know, the hedge fund managers and the big bank owners that are getting hammered, and they're lucky to be able to return to their investors 5 or 8% a year in their trading. And so they don't like the speculating, but it's those of us that can speculate in currencies, and we can do 40% or 80, 60% or whatever a year on our risk. I mean, I was up 90, as I just said in the last video, in the last 8 videos, I was up 90% on my risk in 2022 until the end of the year, where I took a very large position that went against me, and I had to close it out for tax purposes. And I still ended up the year 46% up. I was up 31% the year before. So you can make, you're under your own control. If you're trading stocks, and it turns out that the vice president of finance is sort of having an affair with a controller of another company, and they're trading information back and forth, and that causes one company's stock to tank, and that's what you're faced with. So you now have a piece of paper that doesn't represent anything, and that stock will just fall apart for crazy reasons. I had to build back up because they said, well, it's only a couple $100 million, and we'll recover from that. In currencies, that's not the case. So there's safety in the currencies, but you don't own anything. You're just kind of renting. It's like the old TV serial with Archie Bunker. He said, you don't own beer, you just rent it. And so I don't think we're renting our currencies. I mean, I came out of 40 years of real estate, so you're not renting currencies. So what are we doing in them? Well, we're speculating in them. You know, if you read the biography of Jesse Livermore, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, he never referred to himself as a trader. He referred to himself as a speculator. And that was particularly true because in the bucket shops that he started in, that was all speculation. He wasn't trading. He couldn't take possession of anything. And so that term carried through with him. He always considered himself a speculator. Even though he was doing stocks on a massive scale and he could take possession of the stock certificate if he wanted to, he still considered himself a speculator because he was speculating on the price move. He wasn't investing in the company. As Warren Buffett would say, I'm not going to buy stock in a company unless I wanted to own the company, because that's effectively what I'm doing by buying stock. I'm buying an ownership percentage in the company. And so you are investing at that point. Are you trading? No, you're not trading because you're not going back and forth with it. You're going to buy it and you're going to hold it. I never considered myself a real estate trader because I'd hold properties for, 20 years. And even if you hold a property for a year, that's long-term capital gains. It's not a trade. It's a long trade, right? But it's still not a trade. You're an investor. So, I think you have speculation as your base, speculating. You have trading, and then you have investing. If you wanted to break that out into clear records. So for those of us that are doing currencies, we still refer to ourselves as traders, but we're not trading anything. The banks may be trading because they have whole sections of their traders that only buy a certain currency, and they warehouse that currency so that when it comes time that people want it desperately, they have a lot of it in order to feed out. That's where they make their money. So when the price of a currency is way down low, they buy a lot of it and buy a lot of it, and then they just hold it because eventually they know that it'll come up because the other currency will go down in relationship to it, and somebody's going to want to need that in order to offset their position. That's just the economics of the currency market. That's different than investing in the stock market, for sure. Anyway, I thought you might be interested in that. It doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't change the way we trade or what we do, but it gives a different slant. I've never heard anybody identify trading versus speculating as far as referencing the currency market. So there you have it. Disagree with it if you like or whatever, but I'm a speculator in currencies, but I'll continue to say that I trade them so that I make sense to the people who use that term in order to reference what they do and what they see other people in the Forex market doing. Peter Rose, Longwood Currency Trading. Have a great day and have a great trading day.